present reality in 2025 and Bible prophecy both match exquisitely, with historical prerequisites being fulfilled in such a way that one can only marvel. Please consider this carefully. If we imagine being alive before modern Zionism and Theodore Herzl, late 1800s, and look at what geopolitical and prophetic necessities would need to come into place for the United Nations, or a global coalition, to eventually divide Israel by recognizing a Palestinian state, we must trace how the current situation required a unique series of historical, political, and spiritual developments that have never existed before in history. Here's a structured outline.
1.
A scattered Jewish people. Biblical foundation. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. Deuteronomy 28 verse 64, KJV. Historical necessity. The Jewish people had to be dispersed worldwide, losing their sovereignty for centuries while retaining their identity. No other nation in history has maintained its language, religion, and customs for 2000 years without a homeland. Why this matters: this scattering sets the stage for a miraculous regathering, creating a focal point for world contention over Israel.
2.
The rise of political Zionism. Before Herzl, Jews were scattered with no serious organized movement to return to the land. Necessary development. Herzl's vision, 1896, Der Judenstaat, and the First Zionist Congress, 1897, provided the political framework to push for a Jewish homeland. Prophecy anticipated the regathering, for I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Ezekiel 36 verse 24, KJV.
3.
Global empires enabling the return. Ottoman Empire controlled the land until World War I, maintaining it as an unimportant province. British Mandate. Following World War I, Britain's control, 1917 to 1948, and the Balfour Declaration, 1917, legally positioned the land for Jewish settlement. Prophetic parallel, God raising up Gentile powers to move history in line with his plan, compare to Isaiah 45 verse 1 for Cyrus.
4.
The Holocaust and world sympathy. World-shaping event. The horrors of the Holocaust created the political and moral environment for global powers to support a Jewish homeland. Prophetic connection. Israel is said to be born in a day, Isaiah 66 verse 8, KJV, fulfilled when the UN recognized Israel in 1947 and the nation declared independence on May 14, 1948.
5.
The United Nations system. Geopolitical necessity. A global governing body, the UN, formed in 1945, was required to issue the 1947 Partition Plan, Resolution 181. No such global coalition existed before this era. Outcome: the UN's involvement transformed Israel from a regional issue into an international one.
6.
The rise of Palestinian nationalism. Before the 20th century, no distinct Palestinian Arab national identity existed, most identified with Greater Arab or Islamic identity. Geopolitical shift. Following Israel's founding and subsequent Arab-Israeli wars, Palestinian nationalism developed as a unique political force claiming the land. Why this matters: for Israel to be divided today, there had to be a competing claimant for the land recognized globally.
7.
Jerusalem as a point of contention. Prophecy. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about. Zechariah 12 verse 2, KJV. Historical necessity. Jerusalem had to regain global significance, especially after Israel captured it in 1967. The city's contested status is now central to any UN negotiations about dividing Israel.
8.
The globalization of politics. Modern development. Instant communication, International diplomacy and global economic interdependence make local disputes, like Israel and Palestine, matters of worldwide focus. Enables the prophetic framework for all nations being gathered against Israel, Zechariah 14 verse 2, KJV. Summary of the required sequence.
1.
Jewish dispersion, Jute.
28:64. 2.
Preservation of Jewish identity in exile.
3.
Birth of political Zionism, Herzl.
4.
Collapse of Ottoman rule and British mandate.
5.
Holocaust creating world sympathy.
6.
UN formation and global governance.
7.
Rebirth of Israel, 1948.
8.
Palestinian nationalism emerging.
9.
Jerusalem becoming a global flashpoint.
10.
International contention culminating in the prophetic scenario of division. In light of these things, we are witnessing a moment in history unlike any other. Never before have the scattered children of Israel been regathered, their land restored, and the nations gathered in contention over Jerusalem exactly as the scriptures foretold. This is the season of the fig tree putting forth its leaves, a sign our Lord himself gave, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors, Matthew 24 verse 33, KJV. The only true hope for Israel and for the world is not found in the halls of the United Nations or the schemes of men, but in Jesus Christ, Israel's promised Messiah and the Redeemer of all who believe. Now is the time to lift up our eyes, for our redemption draweth nigh, and to pray that Israel may look upon him whom they have pierced and turn to him for salvation and peace that only he can give.